Well, hi there, everybody. You've tuned in to the Traveling with Jack and my heavenly wife, Pam channel, where, if you've looked over some of the videos we have, they range anywhere from a lot of travel videos to have even done some cooking videos to talking about grief. Obviously, my lovely bride, Pam, is not with me, but she usually was all the time for 37 years. In fact, I told somebody today, I ran across a picture of us fishing down in California, and it hit me. I didn't just lose my sweetheart, my lover, my lifelong friend, but I lost my fishing partner, my hiking partner, my dining partner, my golfing partner, my everything. And if you've run across this video, you've likely had the same thing happen to you. But at the same time, we have to consider ourselves lucky that we had the opportunity to love someone and for someone to love us back. In my case, Pam and I first met each other as juniors in high school, through our parents of all things. And we dated, and then, this sounds terrible, I broke up with her on her senior prom night because I was moving off to go to college, 60 miles away, which seemed like thousands of miles to a couple of high school kids. Broke her heart. Moved off, went to college for a couple of years, and lo and behold, she ends up in the same town 2 years later at another college across town. We got back together. The rest is history. We got married within 4 months. So we were really young when we got married. And that's why, too, she was pretty young when God decided to take her to heaven. Bottom line being, it was a true blessing to have her in my life. And hopefully I was a blessing to hers as well. And I miss having my partner here. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight was, we talk often about we don't necessarily move on. The loss is always there. But we can move forward. And that's what I'm doing the best I can. And today I ran across a woman who has had a life-changing experience. Let me explain. First of all, she lost her husband, her best friend, her soulmate. I think it was less than 3 years ago. And kind of like Pam and I moved to this little picturesque town here in southern Oregon. But then he died shortly after they were here, so she never really had a chance. They did as a couple to make friends and connections and things like that. And she's been really unhappy. And I told her, I said, I can totally relate because I just don't really have a friends network here like we've had in other parts of the country. No family, nothing like that. But today when I saw her, she was like a different person. She was smiling. She was bubbly. Her attitude was fantastic. And the reason being, she's decided to make a move. And I don't mean she's just talking about it. She sold her house, went on the market, sold in like 24 hours. And she's moving somewhere closer to friends and family, also to a larger metro area where, now don't get me wrong, those of us who've lost a husband or wife, we're not looking to get married or anything like that, but we'd love to at least have a friend of the opposite sex to do things with. I know I would. But this is a small metro area. And quite honestly, the pickings are slim. And yeah, the bar has been set high. My beautiful wife, 5'4", 115 her whole life. People always thought she looked 25 up till the day she died. So I'm a little picky. You probably are too. And this woman told me, though, that where she's moving is a larger area. And she says it's amazing. There's so many people there in a larger city who've experienced this loss. As terrible as it is, at least there's a group of people there, a community that she's already felt a connection with. So I'm telling you this because I really admire the fact that she has decided to seriously keep moving forward. And what I learned from her message was she now is looking forward to something. And that's what many of us are missing in this grief journey, is looking forward to something. If you were married for any number of years, you probably were like us. We were thinking ahead. I'm still a ways from it, but thinking about where we might retire. Pam and I always said we won't just retire. We'll still have maybe fun jobs. We want to stay active. But we have plans of places we thought we'd like to end up and have some fun and have those fun jobs. Well, now that's all gone away. And people say, well, why are you where you are now? Do you have kids there? No. Do you have close family there? No. Do you have a lot of friends there? No. Why are you there? Well, I have a job. Well, that's not the greatest answer. And that's where this widow that I talk to, who's fairly young like us, I'm excited for her. And she's excited now because she's got something to look forward to. She's looking forward to her new life and what she's going to be doing and the possibilities of who she might meet. Not to marry, but just having fun and some friends and new activities she'll get involved in. So the point of the message is, and I'm probably directing it myself as much as anything, is if you've lost your soulmate and maybe you're in an area where you don't feel there's any satisfaction so far as support from friends and family and things like that because you're just kind of isolated, well, do something about it. Yeah, I know. I need to do something about it. I hear it loud and clear. Because the only thing that's stopping us is us. That's the only thing. I get back to what Pam told me in her final couple of months. She says, make a choice to be happy. Said you have to. You know, my sweet wife, she worked up until 2 weeks before her death. She had a home office. She worked for a real estate developer. She kept working up until 2 weeks. The poor thing could barely walk because cancer was in her bones. 8 days before she passed, she insisted I take her to physical therapy. She says, I look forward to going. And I thought, well, what do I look forward to nowadays? Can't think of a lot. I looked forward to that trip I took a few weeks ago, and I had a blast because I wasn't here. And that's the thing the woman was talking about. Here where she is, she has nothing but bad memories because he got ill or he died. He was actually killed in a car accident. It was a terrible story. But shortly after they moved here. And same with me. We moved here. 6 weeks later, Pam's diagnosed. So my memories here, when I go down this one particular road here, all it is I think about the hospital visits, the doctor visits. This other main road here I go down, all I think about is the visits to the physical therapist. When I walk through our house, all I think about is we had to move to this one-level house from our big 2-story house that we were going to buy because we had to move here because poor Pam couldn't get up and down the stairs. Friends, that's not many good memories. But I've got a way to correct this, and you do too. Now again, if you're living in an area where you've got friends and family nearby, it may be as simple as you just need to maybe move to a different home or a condominium because you built good memories there. So don't leave those good memories, okay? But if you're like that small percentage of us who relocate with jobs or whatever or ended up somewhere and then shortly thereafter you lost your loved one and now you just feel so alone and isolated, maybe it's time to find a new path in life. We can do it, guys and gals. I know we can. And I don't know why I've been hesitating. Heck, Pam and I lived in 14 states. Can you believe that? We moved all over the country. Yes, our kids were crazy. No, they're not. They survived it. They weren't in all those 14 states. We did a lot of that moving after they were in college. But they both graduated college, have jobs. It's all good, okay? So the message tonight is we can make the change. We can do it. Let's not talk about COVID-19, coronavirus, and all that stuff. Let's just talk about how we can be responsible for ourselves. Because it's only us and God, really, when it comes down to it. So good luck. I'd love to hear some of your comments, what you think about this. You're probably saying, well, when are you going to make the move? Oh, I don't know. It's harder than I thought. I know I want to go. I just gotta get the timing right, okay? Maybe you will too. One of my dreams is to maybe make this YouTube channel a big deal. I've had friends tell me, you get enough subscribers, you get enough attention, you might could get sponsors, and maybe it'll blow up into something. I don't know. There's a lot of people out there like me spouting off, blah, 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 you know. We're all experts. No, I'm not an expert. I'm going to tell you that. I'm just a guy still working for a living who had the most fantastic wife anyone could ever want to. I can tell you all about a happy, successful marriage. I can do that. And I can tell you about my experiences as a widower now and what I'm doing to combat the sadness and the loneliness the best I can. So, tell somebody you know, hey, check it out. Maybe subscribe to the guy's channel. Throw him a bone, right? But more importantly, I do think of all of you. I may not know you personally, but I know and understand what we're going through together. And we'll pray that we find that direction in life we're looking for. We find that happiness, which we know it's through God, our Father. As long as we're here on earth as well, a little extra happiness doesn't hurt, right? You guys have a good one. I think I'll finish up my walk now. Leave you with a beautiful view. It is pretty here, I'll tell you that. Bye now.